Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I figure why not do this movie, that being King Solomon's Mind. That's right, King Solomon's Mind from 1985. What can I say about this one? It's a good one. From 1985, you could say this is sort of like a spin-off of Indiana Jones. This was there when not only was he doing a lot of Rambo spin-offs, but there was also doing a lot of the Indiana Jones spin-offs. Now, this is to me sort of reminds me of Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom within a blender mixed together. Granted, this was like well before The Last Crusade, but I imagine it was about the same era, probably that and all. But I like this one, King Solomon's Mind. It's sort of a remake, like I say, from the 1930s serials, and it's a good one. It's a good one. I do know in '86 they made a sort of a sequel. Sad to say it wasn't as much of a big budget, and this was done by Tannen, believe it or not. You know, these were the people that did cheap B movies and so on, and this was the era when they were starting to go a bit Hollywood, and you could say this is their version of Indiana Jones. You know what I mean? Their version of Indiana Jones. So you get a very long Silent Stone. Now I do know originally Silent Stone originally was going to bury the dirt in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom one day before, but for some reason Todd Lucas and Steven Spielberg just didn't think she was right for the job. And one way I'm kind of happy because her acting in this is overbearing. She tries to be funny, she tries to be sexy, the tango into stress, but honest. And I believe in real life she was very hard to work with. I do remember saying that once before on a review. She is the biggest fucking bitch to work with. She really is. But it's a good adventure film. It's an old school adventure film. This guy gets abducted by an evil villain. Which, funny enough, is the guy that played Indy's mate in Raiders, and he also played his mate a lot of years later in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Right? He was one that played Solomon, his mate. And yeah. So, you don't want to base it on. It's kind of interesting to see him play a villain in this, to play a bad guy. Very good actor. He's been in loads, and I mean loads of stuff. There's good bits where he's in the jungle. I like the adventure music, do it. You see, this is something I would have loved to have seen more of a series of, you know, of more of the King Solomon's Mind. And in my eyes, these are the sort of films I love. I'm a sucker for adventure films. I am. So I love King Solomon's Mind. It's that adventure feel. He's going through jungles. They've got man traps. A lot. There are bits where you can see a bit of stop motion in it. It's pretty good. A bit you see the two-way film. It's that 1930s, 40s feel in it. There's a bit where he's on an aeroplane. Little good bits there. There's good that fantasy where the guy and kidnap Silent Stone. You know, just before he opened the legs, he did Basic Instincts. And it's really a good offensive feel in it. I just like the characters in it, and I like the fact that Diana saved the dad. You've got these sort of like weird types in it. They're going to put them in boiling water, and I love the bit where he goes underwater and he pushes that bucket over. Again, a good offensive feel, and a bit I do love the most is a bit where he's fighting the villain. He's in this place. Dan reminds me a bit of the Temple of Doom, and he's got that thing and he's on fire and he's trying to stab our mate. Solomon gets the better, beats the badder, saves the dad, snogs Silent Stone, happy ending. And I'm a sucker for happy endings. I'm a sucker for them type of films. So it's like I say, it's old school, it's an adventure film, and it's sort of films they don't make nowadays. This is why I get peed off when they hear, oh, they've made a new this, they've made a new that, and I think if they do, oh, they've got a new Indiana Jones film. I've got an old man running around with a whip. We need more films like this, and I love this. It's like I say, 1 year after they did another one called Salome, the City of Gold. But sad to say, that one wasn't as much popular, it wasn't as much of a big budget as King Solomon's Mind was, so it didn't really rub off as well. And the idea of making a third one went bye-bye, and it's the same. It really is a bloody same, because I love this film. I always was a sucker for them type of serial comic hero films. The guy that gets the woman, shoots the bad guys, you know, he has a rape, he has a sword, he has a missile. I love the bit where he gets these bombs and he lights them and he folds them, he goes, ha, and he folds them. So it's professing to see something. Yeah, it's a rip-off of Inda. It's a rip-off. And you could say it's a spin-off. But in my eyes, I'm a sucker for them type of films. So that's King Solomon's Mind. What I was going to say about it, it's got a lot of date scenes where he's in the jungle. I love the bits where he's got these tree people, he's got Sandstone and all the other ones. I just like the feel of it. It's a good straightforward action, adventure film. I love the bit where he's on the train. There's not one photo of King Solomon's Mind where I can insult it, call it names or anything. So it's not going to be as long as normally, but this is King Solomon's Mind, sort of a remake of the 1930s and 40s serials. Came out in 1985, and it's a good one. So I'm going to do some more action films on the way, talk a bit more about adventure films and things I like doing. But until then, be smart, be safe, and I'll see you later.